Have you ever felt like you're stuck in a frustrating cycle in your relationships? Maybe you're the one always craving more closeness, feeling anxious when you don't get a text back right away. Or perhaps you're the one who feels suffocated, needing space and independence to feel comfortable. If any of this sounds familiar, you might be caught in what experts call the anxious-avoidant trap, and today we're going to break down what it is, why it happens, and most importantly, how you can break free from it. Let's start with the basics. Attachment theory. Developed by psychologist John Bowlby, this theory suggests that our earliest bonds with our caregivers shape how we connect with others throughout our lives. There are four main attachment styles: secure, anxious, avoidant, and disorganized. A person with a secure attachment style generally feels confident and safe in their relationships. They can be both independent and intimate. They had caregivers who are consistently responsive and available. Then we have the anxious attachment style, sometimes called preoccupied. People with this style often worry about their partner's love and commitment. They might need a lot of reassurance and can be very sensitive to any perceived signs of distance. This often stems from childhoods where caregiver attention was inconsistent. Sometimes they were there, sometimes they weren't. On the other side of the coin is the avoidant attachment style, or dismissive avoidant. These individuals value independence and self-sufficiency above all else. They might feel uncomfortable with too much closeness and may pull away when a partner gets too near. Their upbringing often involved caregivers who were emotionally distant or discouraged overt displays of emotion. So, what happens when an anxious person and an avoidant person get into a relationship? It creates the classic anxious-avoidant trap, a dynamic that can feel like a painful, magnetic dance. The anxious partner pushes for more intimacy, which triggers the avoidant partner to pull away for space. This withdrawal then heightens the anxious partner's fears of abandonment, making them pursue even more intensely, and so the cycle continues, with both partners feeling misunderstood and their deepest fears being confirmed. The anxious person thinks, "See, no one will ever truly be there for me," while the avoidant person thinks, "See, relationships are always suffocating." It's a powerful, self-perpetuating loop. But why is it so hard to break? The answer lies in our brains. Our attachment system is a primal survival mechanism hardwired into our neurobiology. When we feel a threat to our connection with a loved one, our brain's alarm system, the amygdala, fires up. For someone with an anxious attachment style, this system is on high alert. A small sign of distance can trigger a flood of stress hormones like cortisol. Their brain screams, "Danger! Reconnect at all costs." This is why they feel such an urgent need to close the gap. It's not just a preference, it's a deep-seated biological drive. For the avoidant partner, the threat is different. The threat is the loss of self, of being engulfed by the other person's needs. When their partner pushes for intimacy, their own stress response is triggered, but their learned coping mechanism is to shut down, deactivate, and seek solitude to regulate their nervous system. They aren't trying to be cruel, they are trying to feel safe in the only way they know how. So, we have two people, both in distress, whose coping mechanisms are in direct opposition. It's a perfect storm for emotional turmoil. It's also important to note that this dynamic is oddly validating. For the anxious person, the avoidance distance confirms their belief that they must work hard for love. For the avoidant person, the anxious partner's pursuit confirms their belief that others will always demand too much. It feels familiar, even if it's painful. Now for the most important part. How do we heal and escape this trap? The good news is that our attachment styles are not set in stone. We can develop what is called an earned secure attachment. This means that even if you didn't have a secure start in life, you can learn the skills and build the internal security to have healthy, fulfilling relationships as an adult. It's about building new neural pathways in your brain. The journey to earn security involves the key components: self-work and relational work. Let's start with self-work. The first step for both partners is self-awareness. You have to recognize your own patterns without judgment. If you lean anxious, start noticing your triggers. Is it an unanswered text, a change in tone? When you feel that wave of anxiety, instead of immediately reaching for your phone, pause, take a deep breath. Acknowledge the feeling. I am feeling anxious because I fear abandonment. The next step is to learn to self-soothe. This is about becoming the secure base you never had. Instead of relying on your partner to calm your anxiety, find healthy ways to do it yourself. This could be through mindfulness, journaling, exercise, talking to a trusted friend, or engaging in a hobby that brings you joy. You are essentially telling your brain, I can handle this feeling. I am safe. If you lean avoidant, your work is similar but focused on learning to lean into discomfort instead of pulling away. When you feel the urge to withdraw, pause. Acknowledge the feeling. I am feeling overwhelmed and need space. The challenge then is to communicate this need calmly and clearly instead of just disappearing. Try saying something like, I'm feeling a bit overwhelmed and need about an hour to myself. Can we connect and talk after that? This simple act of communication can be revolutionary. It honors your need for space while reassuring your partner that you are coming back. Your work is to slowly increase your tolerance for intimacy and emotional expression, recognizing that vulnerability won't lead to suffocation. This brings us to relational work. Healing the anxious-avoidant dynamic requires both people to participate. It's a team effort. You need to create a new, shared language. Instead of seeing each other as adversaries, you have to start seeing each other's attachment styles as old coping mechanisms. The anxious partner can work on expressing their needs in a less escalated way. Instead of saying, you never text me back, you don't care about me, you could try, when I don't hear from you for a while, I start to feel anxious and disconnected. It would really help me if we could check in once during the day. This is a bid for connection, not an accusation. The avoidant partner can work on showing up and offering reassurance. Even when it feels uncomfortable, they can practice responding to those bids for connection. It might feel unnatural at first, but it's like building a muscle. By offering a small piece of reassurance, you help regulate your partner's nervous system, which in turn reduces their pursuit, giving you more breathing room. You create a positive feedback loop instead of a negative one. Another powerful tool is to schedule dedicated time for connection. This can be especially helpful for the avoidant partner, as it makes intimacy feel predictable and contained, rather than spontaneous and overwhelming. For the anxious partner, it provides the consistent connection they crave. Ultimately, building an earned secure attachment is about both partners learning to become a secure base for each other. It's about moving from a place of fear to a place of understanding and compassion. You start to see the vulnerable child within your partner who developed these strategies to survive. This process takes time, patience, and a lot of grace for yourself and your partner. It's not a linear path. There will be setbacks. But every time you choose a new response, every time you communicate your needs clearly, every time you self-soothe instead of reacting, you are literally rewiring your brain for security. If you're finding this incredibly challenging, seeking support from a therapist who specializes in attachment theory can be incredibly helpful. They can provide a safe space and tools to help you navigate this journey. Remember, your past doesn't have to dictate your future. You have the power to break the cycle and build the loving, secure connection you deserve. Thanks for watching today. If this video resonated with you, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content on psychology and building healthier relationships. I'd love to hear your thoughts or experiences in the comments below. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.